Hello movie lovers, welcome to the Movie Explained channel. This time we will review the crime-themed action film Face Off, which was released in 1997, played by famous actors like Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, whose quality is no longer in doubt. This film tells the story of an FBI agent who switches roles as a top-class terrorist. Not just disguised but willing to change faces and lives in order to stop the bombing that threatens the safety of all city residents. So how is the fun of the storyline? Let's just go to the film. Let's begin. Starting with being shown a terrorist named Castor Troy who was installing a bomb on one of the pillars of the building. Pollux Troy is the younger brother of the Castor and is the only person who knows about the bombing plot. This time Sean Archer and other FBI members came to arrest the Castor and his younger brother. Sean and Castor are sworn enemies who both have a desperate character in each action. Apart from being cunning, Castor is also a psychopath who is not afraid of death. The FBI easily caught Pollux but not its brother. His status as the #1 terrorist in America is certainly commensurate with his fighting skills. But in the end, Sean succeeded in cornering the Castor who knocked him out of the plane. Castor was finally caught. The setting moved to the atmosphere of Sean's house. He and his wife Eve are restless, thinking about their daughter who is stubborn and unruly. Of course, this is inversely proportional to Sean's status as an exemplary policeman and highly respected by his peers. His son's death disturbed his mind and mentally. To make matters worse, the discovery of a Pollux Troy diskette containing a simulated bombing in the middle of a city. Sean is shocked that it turns out that the dying Castor is being recovered by the doctor. Then his friend offered a crazy idea to do human physical augmentation or changes with a level of 99% similarity to the original, including the vocal cords. Sean of course rejects that and prefers to interrogate other criminals who are close to the Castor. But that seems to be fruitless. Finally, Sean was forced to accept the crazy mission. Previously he had said goodbye to carry out a last mission of his career and kept it a secret even to his own family. The operation started. When the surgery was finished, Sean was very surprised to see that he had turned into Castor Troy, the person he hated the most. The scenario began. Sean was sent to jail as the most hated convict of all people. Every prisoner is required to wear magnetic shoes where all his movements can be monitored and controlled by the officer. The other inmates were shocked by the appearance of Sean, including Pollux Troy. But unexpectedly, the real Castor Troy woke up from his coma. Then he contacted his men to kidnap Dr. Walsh and force him to perform facial augmentation surgery on himself. And from now on, the real problem will only occur. Sean meets Pollux Troy and manages to locate the bomb. But when Sean was expecting two of his colleagues to pick him up, what came before him was Castor Troy in the form of an archer. Now he's a real Sean Archer, head of the FBI division, and of course has power over its members. Castor is seen enjoying his new life as Sean. Now he is free to have everything, including Sean's wife. Learned the habit of Sean through Eve's diary, but his perverted nature did not change even in front of his child. Castor used his powers to release Pollux on the pretext that he wanted to make an agreement in the form of cooperation to find the bomb. But he has another plan to become a hero by defusing a bomb of his own. It seems that he is very relaxed about the bomb, which only leaves a few seconds before it explodes. Thanks to his heroic actions, the Castor's career has now skyrocketed and is getting a lot of appreciation from everyone. One day Sean deliberately made a fuss with the officers to get him punished and taken to the torture room. He planned to run away when his iron boots were removed, cooperate with Dubov to try to escape from prison.
Out.
Sean managed to break through the prison security system until he managed to escape outside. Castor, who heard the news, immediately mobilized all his troops to hunt down Sean. Meanwhile, Sean tried to warn his wife and openly called the Castor to provoke her. Then Sean approached Dietrich, Castor's old friend, who was also the supplier of the previous bomb. Sean was welcomed by the other criminals and forced to join a meth party to convince them all.
The face.
The background changed to the Castor, who was very violent to beat his son's girlfriend who was about to rape her son. Then he gave a knife and taught his son how to knock out the other bastards. Pollux Troy managed to locate Sean and immediately informed Castor. Castor and other FBI troops arrived at Dietrich's residence and immediately launched the attack. Sean felt in a dilemma because the situation at that time required him to protect the boy and also fight his own FBI friends. Until finally the Castors appeared and a gun battle was inevitable.
Just kill each other.
Troy Pollux, who tried to help Castor, died in the incident. Sean ventured home to meet his wife. Eve looked scared and struggling. Sean tried to convince his wife by saying that her blood type is O negative, while her blood type is type AB. Castor, Eve, who began to worry, steals a Castor blood sample and tests it in the hospital laboratory where she works. She was shocked because everything Sean said was true. Sean shared his past memories with Eve until he finally believed that the man in front of him was his real husband. Suddenly Castor woke straight to the hospital to see his wife. Luckily, Sean already left that place. Sean intends to finish all of this when Victor's funeral takes place.
The life of Victor Lazaro. In nomine Patris et Filii.
They both met again and another shootout occurred.
Any fun?
Castor cunningly holds Eve, but Sasha suddenly appears there. Things got complicated until the end.
Sans dan Eve berhasil menjatuhkan Castor.
Sean and Eve managed to drop Castor, but Sasha was killed in the incident. In the midst of tension, suddenly Jamie appeared. Of course, in plain view she helped the Castor and instead shot Sean. Castor was slightly injured and fled by boat, but Sean swiftly went after him. There was another fierce battle on the boat. Sean managed to jump onto the Castor ship until their ship lost control and crashed into the dock. Castor, who was cornered, tried to damage Sean's face before he died. After going through various terrible tragedies, Sean finally regained his life, returned home and adopted Castor and Sasha's son named Adam. The film was finished. Thank you for watching.